Alrighty, hi, hello. It's been a quick minute. By the time this video goes up, it will have been like 2.5 weeks since I uploaded last. I did not mean to take this break, I swear. I was working on a vlog for Reading Rush, and then I was not happy with it. Folklore came out. I was so distracted by that, I could not think. A few personal things happened, and I just kind of lost some motivation to film anything. But I'm back with content that is different from the usual. Yeah, so today we're going to be talking about Folklore by Taylor Swift. I have a few notes. I wanted to give this video some structure by, like, you know, kind of writing down what I wanted to say beforehand, but I feel like I sound too fake if I just, you know, read these things off. So what we're going to do is I'm just going to talk and talk and talk into this camera. And then editing Cheyenne will have a field day trying to edit all of my ramblings together into one coherent piece for you to view and enjoy, hopefully. Okay? Okay. So, Folklore by Taylor Swift. It came out July 24th? That could be wrong. I'll fact check myself in editing. It's fine. Okay, Folklore. 16 songs plus a bonus track, The Lakes. I haven't heard that yet because CD hasn't come in the mail yet. So, you know what? Whatever. Lots of people are saying that this album is so far removed from everything that she's ever done. I disagree with that to an extent. I think it is very different from what she's done, but it's also like a culmination of all of her work throughout her career. If you don't know, this album has basically, she's taken a lot of like the rumors about her and she's created these like fictionalized songs surrounding some of it. There are songs that aren't based on her life, like The Last Great American Dynasty, Cardigan, Betty, August. Basically, she took all of these rumors. Everything has been twisted so minutely that you don't know what's true and what's not. And it's great. It's a good time. So, like, The Last Great American Dynasty, that song actually talks about Rebecca Harkness, who was... Hold on, I wrote it down. She was an American composer, sculptor, dance patron, and the founder of Harkness Ballet. Basically, Rebecca was a divorcee when she met Bill Harkness, who was the heir to the Standard Oil fortune. He died of a heart attack, leaving her all of the money from this fortune, which she then blew on her business endeavors and her frivolous and scandalous lifestyle. In the song, towards the end of it, she actually kind of weaves together her story and Rebecca's story, because she did eventually end up purchasing Holiday House. For the first 2 verses, choruses, and then about half of the bridge, we hear from like a third person, like outsider's perspective on what Rebecca Harkness's life seemed like according to like the media and society and whatnot. And then all of a sudden it merges with Taylor Swift's life. And that final chorus is completely flipped and it's first person point of view. And like, my goodness. Should we talk about the teenage love triangle? I feel like we should. So the teenage love triangle is this fictionalized story that Taylor Swift came up with, and it is explained over the course of 3 songs. I think there's like a possible 4th song, but there's only like 3 canon songs. You get me? Okay. So the first song is Cardigan, and that is from Betty's point of view. Years down the road, far removed from this whole situation, looking back on everything with a fond reminiscence, I guess. She knew how it would turn out. In the end, she knew how it would turn out. She knew what James would do, but we'll get to James in a little bit. Then we have August. I know it's told from the girl that James cheats on Betty with. and that's it. The only other name mentioned in this little like fictional universe that Taylor Swift has created is Inez. I don't know if Inez is the mystery girl that James cheats on Betty with, or if she's just the town gossip, but you know, whatever. August is basically the song told from the point of view of the girl that James cheats on Betty with. Yes, that's how I wanted to phrase that. It's basically like taking place shortly after, I think, the whole ordeal finished and was done with, and she's just kind of got this like slightly regretful, again, fond reminiscence of what happened in August. The final song in this teenage love triangle is Betty, and this song is told from James' point of view. I don't know how much time has supposedly passed between this side fling ending and him apologizing to Betty, but it's a significant amount of time. Basically, the entire song is just James like,
I screwed up. I understand that. Sorry.
But you know, he does it in like a sincere way, like he's genuinely remorseful. That last chorus and that little like outro or final verse or whatever, adorable. I can't help it. It's adorable. The song, Betty, in the second verse, James says, plus I saw you dance with him, and I think that probably led to some sort of like miscommunication between them, and then, you know, mystery girl just like drives up beside him, and she's like, hey, James, dude, get in, and then, you know, he makes this stupid choice of getting in her car. First of all, James was just stupid. He was an idiot, you know, he shouldn't have done what he did. And like, you want to look at it and be like, But then you hear the line that says, then she pulled up like a figment of my worst intentions. She said, James, get in, let's drive. Those days turned into nights, blah, 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 blah. And then you're like, well, wait, something shady's happening there. Maybe she knew what was going on. You can't really blame her. You could, I mean, if you really wanted to. But in August, the line where it's like, you weren't mine to lose, like, ugh, I can't, okay? I don't know what to talk about next. Oh, in August, okay? In the song August, not the month, not the month that we're in right now, but August, the song, okay? The ending to that, like the little like outro instrumental, sounds kind of like the Cranberries. Like it's giving me Linger vibes. Which actually would go really well with that storyline. Oh my goodness. Okay, moving on. My Tears Ricochet, do we want to talk about that? I mean, we can, if you want to. Taylor Swift said that it was about, like, an embittered tormentor showing up to the funeral of his fallen obsession. And a lot of people are saying that it's talking about Scott Borchetta. Or Borchetta. I think it's Borchetta. I don't know. I don't really care, to be quite honest. People are saying that it's talking about him. And like, you listen to the lyrics and you know what happened with the whole like falling out with Big Machine and Scott Borchetta and Scooter Braun. And like, yeah, I can see it. I 100% can see it. I understand that. I can dig it. And then another song that we can get into is Mad Woman. Now, this song threw me for a loop. Don't let the calming sound of the song fool you. This is a song of rage, okay? Okay. So, Mad Woman. Basically, the whole premise of this song, yes, I did just say premise because this is a booktube channel and I only know how to speak in like booktube terms. Thank you very much. The premise of this song is basically a woman is provoked, like to the point where it gets to be too much, she reacts, and it's twisted out of control, she's crazy, she's whatever, she's a mad woman, and to quote the song, No one likes a mad woman. I saw people explaining that this could be about Scooter Braun and Justin Bieber. And to be honest, I believe it. If I'm being 100% honest right now, the first verse confused me because, what is it? The first verse says, "What do you sing on your drive home? Do you see my face in the neighbor's lawn? Does she smile or does she mouth you forever?" I was very confused by that. When she says, "Do you see my face in the neighbor's lawn? Does she smile or does she mouth?" I thought she was talking about the neighbor. Like, does the neighbor smile or does she mouth you forever? Then I saw a thing saying that, I saw an explanation that said that on like Music Row or whatever it's called, I don't know if that's correct. If it's not, I will correct myself in editing, it's fine. But on Music Row, the record labels, when an artist puts out a new album, they will have like this big banner congratulating that artist and promoting the album or the music or whatever. This is a call out to Scooter Braun where she's like,
Oh, do you see my banner over here on this label's lawn instead of your lawn? Oh. Sorry, not sorry.
I thought that was cool. That made a lot more sense once I realized it was not the neighbor. What else do we want to talk about? I never touched on the fourth song. Okay, so really quick. The possible fourth song that I think could tie into the whole teenage love triangle is the song Illicit Affairs, because as the title suggests, it is about an illicit affair. If you don't know what the definition of illicit is, the word means forbidden, like a forbidden affair, something that can't happen, that shouldn't happen, whatever. I think that illicit affairs could be tied in to the whole teenage love triangle just because, you know, there was an illicit affair happening there. Also in August, it's like, "Cancel my plans just in case you call and say meet me behind the mall." The end of the first verse says, "What started in beautiful rooms ends with meetings in parking lots." So, This Is Me Trying. I love This Is Me Trying. It might possibly be my favorite song on this album, okay? I don't really want to pick favorites because they're all equally good in my opinion, but the one that like is above it all, like above all the others for me, is This Is Me Trying. This song sounds like something that could have been in like the soundtrack for Pretty in Pink, and I love Pretty in Pink. Maybe not everyone will get like the Pretty in Pink vibes, but like, if you've seen Pretty in Pink and you know the plot line of that, you know how it goes, think about Pretty in Pink while you're listening to This Is Me Trying. I'm just saying. Oh, a random thing about Last Great American Dynasty. Something cool. I don't know if this is what was intended. I saw a post about it and was like, I like that, let's go with that. But in the bridge it says, "And in a feud with her neighbor, she stole his dog and dyed it key lime green." She did not steal a dog, she stole a cat and dyed it green. I saw a thing that said either it's because Taylor is, you know, a cat lady and would not let a cat suffer that, or it was to explain that in folklore, tiny details get changed over the course of time. As the stories spread from generation to generation, tiny things get changed. And so the cat being turned into a dog in this line could represent that. And like, I love it. Okay. The first song, the song that I should have touched on first probably, The One. It reminds me of Holy Ground. The One, this song, reminds me of Holy Ground. I can't necessarily explain why. That version of Holy Ground that she did at BBC Radio 1 during the Lover era, that's what this song reminds me of, okay? Does that make sense? Final thoughts on the album. It's a great album. I love it. It's so good. It's storytelling in music, like at its finest. I love it so much. It's so good. That's everything. out of practice with filming these videos. So if I was awkward at all during this, I have no one else to blame but myself. So you know what? It's whatever. Thank you so much for watching. If you somehow enjoyed this weird babbling mess that I have somehow edited into a coherent piece, putting a lot of faith in editing Cheyenne right now, honestly. If you liked it, be sure to hit that like button. You can also hit that little subscribe button down there and the little notification bell, and that will notify you of when I upload new videos. I don't know when I'm uploading next. Neither do you. It's a surprise for everyone. But I'll see you at some point, so bye!